Today, I am going to teach you how to pronounce the French R, this R sound that is so hard to do. I am going to give you a few tips to help you do that, and we are also going to do some pronunciation exercises together. So let's dive into the lesson. So I decided to divide this lesson in 3 parts because you need to be aware that in French we have 3 different R's. Yes, we do. So we have an R when the R is at the start of a word. For example, Robert, requin, renard. We have an R after a consonant or in the middle of a word. For example, trop, très, courageux. And finally, we have an R at the end of a word. For example, une heure, un menteur, dormir. So here you see that we have 3 different R, but hey, don't panic. I am here to help you. So let's start with the first part when a word starts with the letter R. So when a word starts with an R, this R is quite strong. So here you will see that the sound comes from here, your throat. So what you need to do, put your 2 fingers on your throat and you actually need to feel a vibration. So can you repeat after me? Robe, robe. Do you feel it? Do you feel your throat vibrating? If you don't, try to accentuate it. Trying to exaggerate the sound. Robe, robe. Now, say Robert, Robert. Ooh, with Robert, we really feel the R. Rose, rose. Yes, you feel the vibration. So when a word starts with an R, you are going to really feel your throat vibrate. Robert, Robert, rose, rose. Okay, you are going to feel your throat. The problem in English is that you don't have an R sound. That is why it is that hard to pronounce. But hey, I have a tip for you. So what you need is it's this. You need a bottle of water. Why? So you know when you brush your teeth and you go with the water? Yes. I know, it is a little bit gross, but hey, we need to do what we need to do. So what you need to do, you get some water and you trying to feel your throat vibrate. Because when you speak English, you don't use it. You don't use your throat like this. So doing these exercises, it's going to help you to stimulate this part of your throat that you are never using when you speak English. And doing it with water will not hurt you. Because when you practice the R sound, I noticed that after a few minutes, even me, like I'm just like, oh my god, my throat is hurting. So you really don't want to hurt yourself practicing this R sound. So make sure you grab your water. So now let's talk about the letter R in the middle of a word or after a consonant. So here it's going to be a little bit different because the sound is not purely going to come from your throat because you will have to pronounce the consonant first. So consonants, most of the time we use our lips to pronounce them, like P, T, V, B. So we're using our lips. So using our lips first, it would be really hard to go all the way through the throat. So in French, to pronounce this R, you need to go all the way back to the mouth. From the lips, back to the mouth. Of course, some air is gonna come out from your throat, but the sound is not coming from the throat only. So let's take some examples. Très, trop, tropical, très, trop, tropical. So here you even feel that the roof of your mouth. The sound also goes through the roof of your mouth. You feel it. Tropical. Très. Trop. So it is not very strong on the top of your mouth, but you can feel it. So for this R, I actually call it the creepy R. The creepy R. And I'm going to tell you why. So I'm sure we have all watched a very scary movie. And you know, you always have someone calling and you pick up the phone and you just hear, you hear that very creepy sound. Yes, this is my creepy voice. So this is what you need to do for this R, because this R comes from really the mouth only. The air goes through the throat, of course, but you really use your mouth here. So what you need to do, my tip, you take your hand and you try to feel the air on your hand. So the air has to come from your mouth only. Try not to use your throat this time. Look. I know, creepy, right? So when you do this, you get used to having a little R sound coming from only your mouth. So now let's practice. Tranquille, tranquille, très, très. So here you see that if you put your two fingers, tranquille, tranquille, très, très. You don't feel anything. You don't feel a vibration, or at least a very, very small vibration. So you see the difference between Robert, très. Here, this R sound comes from your mouth. The back of your mouth, your lips, because you have the consonant, but no very harsh R. So here, think about the creepy R. Okay? So guys, if you would like to practice with more pronunciation exercises, please go on my website, MyFrenchStory.com. I put more pronunciation exercises for you. So if you want to practice more, you know where to go. And finally, we have the R at the end of a word. So this R is really different from the other two R's because this R is super quick, really, really quick. And most of the time, I see people not even pronouncing it. They don't even pronounce it. So here I want to be really clear. When a word ends with ER, you don't pronounce the R. You don't pronounce it. So it is especially the case for verbs, ER verbs. Please don't pronounce the R. For example, aller is not aller. You don't hear an R at all. It's an E because ER sounds E. Aller, manger, danser. We don't hear the R. Only when it's ER. But if you see a word that finishes with the letter R, please pronounce it. Now that you know that, let's see how we pronounce this R. So when you have an R at the end of a word, the R is super quick, but we still need to hear it. For example, peur, peur. So here it's a little it's a little r sound that you just hear it just a little bit. Peur, peur. So here, when you're trying to get the pronunciation, you can really exaggerate and say peur, peur. D'accord? Okay, you've got it. Now it has to become subtle. Peur, peur. So at first, really exaggerate the R, and then it has to become more subtle. So you have certain sounds that you can practice if you don't want to practice just the R by itself because the R is just so quick. So you have endings like ur, or or ar, or even ir. So here I really suggest to practice using sounds rather than just using this R sound, because this R is just so quick that it is hard to practice just with this sound. So guys, I hope this video was useful. Please let me know in the comment section box down below if you are going to use water to help you do your R's. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to my channel because you don't want to miss anything. That's it for me, and I see you very soon for another video.